that?
But if it doesn't change anything, then why you keep going?
Because I want to hear the truth.
I didn't know the truth.
This is the 45-year-old Denise Nicole Malcolm trying to close the conversation before police get to the one detail that would seal her fate after she brutally murdered her husband.
But I just want to know, was he on his stomach when you shot him, or was he on his back?
It's back.
How did he get it in the back of his head?
But little does she know, the detectives already know how the husband died, and it sure didn't look like a crime of passion.
Oh, no, I don't remember.
So you're shaking your head now, but then you're telling me you don't remember.
Now Denise will cling to this version of events, not realizing the truth is already closing in on her.
Let me ask you this, Denise. Did you want Ronnie dead? No?
A little after 6:32 p.m. on August 31st, 2024, Coral Springs police were dispatched to a residential apartment at 10501 Northwest 43rd Street, Coral Springs, Florida, after a frantic call reported that a man had been shot inside his own home. When officers arrived, they moved quickly through the residence, conducting a protective sweep to make sure no one else was in danger. While some officers remained inside, others located children living in the apartment and escorted them outside for their safety. But less than a minute after police arrived, a gunshot rang out from inside one of the bedrooms. Moments later, Denise Malcolm emerged from that bedroom, visibly distraught. Officers immediately moved toward the room the sound had come from. Inside, they found 52-year-old Rohan Noel Malcolm, a former IT specialist, husband, and family man, lying on the floor. He had sustained multiple gunshot wounds, including one to the back of his head. Inside the bedroom, investigators recovered a .380 caliber black semi-automatic handgun, believed to be the weapon used in the shooting. At first glance, the situation looked straightforward, a domestic dispute that ended in a fatal shooting, followed by a spouse who didn't run and didn't deny what had happened. At that point, detectives did not yet know whether Rohan was alive when police arrived. What they did know was that a final gunshot was fired after officers were already inside the home, and whether that shot happened while Rohan was still alive would determine how this case was legally defined. And as Denise continued talking, detectives would press her on those final moments, because the answer to that single question would decide whether this was a tragic shooting or something far more deliberate.
Basically, all it says is you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney prior to a wife being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, will only be appointed at county expense to represent you before any questioning, if you wish. And if you decide at any time, you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Okay? Do you need to read any more?
No.
All right, so let's go over your name. Make sure I got it right. It is Denise, D-E-N-I-S-E.
It is.
And your middle name?
Nicole.
N-I-C-O-L-E.
O-L-E.
Okay, and Malcolm, M-A-L-C.
O-L-M.
Date of birth?
6479.
And you live there at that address?
Yes.
10501 Northwest 43rd Street? Okay. And your son, twins?
Yeah.
And is it your ex-husband?
Not my husband.
But you're separating, is that correct? You were getting a divorce? Your son told me you were getting a divorce. You hadn't gotten it yet, though. Okay, just wanted to clarify. You got a good kid, by the way. I didn't. He's a great kid. He really is. He told me a little bit about the history with you guys. Look at me, huh? He told me a little bit about the history. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. Okay, honestly, nobody should have to deal with somebody betraying them on a constant basis. He also told me that you guys were living separately in the house. How long has that been going on?
Separately, a year and a half.
So you've been living in 2 different rooms for a year and a half. Not before that?
No, not before that.
Okay, because he wasn't sure. Anyway, yeah. He didn't even know you had a gun.
Hmm?
He didn't even know you owned guns. He was like, I've never seen him shoot before. I was taking my kid out at like 10, so I guess I was weird like that. Did you just buy that?
No.
No.
Maybe a year ago.
From the start, Denise appears dazed and mentally distant, yet still responsive. That's why detectives keep the tone light and build rapport. But, as you're about to see, these routine clarifications about the separation and the gun will matter as the interrogation continues.
Oh, you had that long? Just kept it from the kids for their safety?
Yes.
Okay. Denise, talk to me. Look at me. You want to talk to him? We can talk to him.
I'm James, by the way.
He's better looking than I am.
I should introduce myself.
That's rude of me to not
I'm James.
I'm like, I know, he's a good-looking guy.
Just got this new kick where I'm growing my hair out like your son, so it's like...
As you can tell, it's to my disdain.
I'm the young one.
I'm the old one. When were you born?
Huh?
What year were you born?
79.
Oh, God, I'm still older than everybody. Oh, you young buck.
I'll take it.
Your watch?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a smartwatch?
Yes.
Okay. Can you do me a favor and give that to him for me? We have to take it from you.
Is that connected to your phone?
No.
Oh.
Does it have its own phone number?
No.
Okay. Just want to make
I've never seen that one.
Can you shut those off?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, just leave it then. Oh, you probably have to open it up to shut it off, don't you?
Maybe.
Okay.
Who dies somewhere?
So, your son didn't tell me if your husband was abusive. I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm trying to be as cordial as possible, but...
No, he wasn't physically abusive.
Okay. So you bought the gun a year and a half ago not to protect yourself from him?
No.
Okay.
Denise gives that answer quickly and leaves it there. But as you will later see, the more Denise explains what was happening inside that marriage, the reason the gun mattered would surface on its own.
Who'd you get it from?
Pawn shop.
What kind of gun was it again?
30.
A 380 or 38?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was... Oh, I saw it for a half a second. It's semi-automatic, right? So it was a... What do you remember what kind it was? Because I'm a...
Burrito?
I'm sorry?
Is it a burrito? Burrito?
Burma?
Burrito.
Something like that?
I think it's a 38.
Have you ever shot before that you got that gun, or is this the first time you owned one?
The first time I owned one. I've been to the range a couple times.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell me what happened tonight? I mean, we already pretty much know, but, you know, I want to hear your side of the story. I want to get it from you because you have the right to tell me what's going on.
I just snapped. I couldn't do it anymore.
What made you upset?
We've been going back and forth. I was gonna move out. He kept saying I'm gonna take the kids away from him. It's better we stay together, but I don't want to live like that.
So what happened tonight that made you, as you put it, snap?
It's just the lies, the constant lies, the constant. You don't want me to move out. You don't want me to leave. You keep saying you want your family, but you don't because you keep doing what you're doing. So we're gonna do we're gonna have a little family thing tomorrow because it's Labor Day. So we went to Sam's, we got meat, we got stuff, and we're gonna
Like a cookout, barbecue? Okay. When did you do that, today?
Yeah. We came back and all of a sudden he's telling me his friends need him to come and go somewhere and he's gonna go with his friend Chris. And then I see a bag. If you're going with Chris, why do you need a bag? So the lies just keep coming again and again and again.
What bag?
Yeah, it's almost like a overnight bag.
Like a backpack?
No,
Like a duffel bag?
almost like a carry-on, but a tiny one. Like
Oh.
you went on a business trip and you have the...
Yeah. Did it have an extended handle and
Yeah,
all that?
that type of one.
Gotcha. Okay, so you confront him with that. What happens now?
We just started arguing.
And where were you when this happened? The arguing part.
In the room.
Which
We
room?
found him
I'm sorry?
in the room,
Which room?
the little room.
Which is his room or your room?
Yeah, his room.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Well, did you bring the gun in with you or did you have to go get it?
I don't got it.
You went and got it. Where was it?
It's in my room.
There at your bedroom? Did you keep it locked away somewhere?
Yeah, I have a little, came in a little case and then I keep it in the closet.
What kind of case? Like a little black case? They usually come in like little plastic black cases.
That one.
Yeah.
But then I usually hide it in, I have a lot of stuff packed up in my closet. So I usually just hide it behind the stuff because nobody goes in my closet.
Like a shelf up high. So that's where it was when you went to go get it?
And I toss the case in the dirty basket.
The laundry
The
basket?
laundry basket.
Was it loaded already? Yes.
Yes.
You loaded it, like that's how you put it away, you have it loaded in one. Does that mean like full magazine in one in the chamber? Like did you have to rack it?
Yeah, I have to rack it.
So when you took it out of the box, opened the case, and you had to rack it?
Yes.
Or was it already ready to go?
No, I don't keep it ready just in case the kids find it, but we're happy they wouldn't have found it, but I didn't keep it with one in the chamber.
Okay. You mind telling me what made you go get it?
I just felt betrayed. Because last night we were talking happy and the whole family thing, and he always does that. He always makes it seem like we're working on our relationship, and then he just sideswipe it with some BS.
How long has this been going on?
Like 2 years. Almost 3 years.
All of a sudden, Denise shifts. She can describe the gun in detail, but when asked how long this feeling has been building, she stops. That long pause suggests this is something she's been carrying for a long time, and it begins to explain what everything is circling around. Denise gives just enough to answer the question, but not everything. She's holding something back.
So you, did he specify anything today that, like you said, he was gonna go with his friends, and like at what point did you get mad?
Maybe an hour before everything happened. Because I said we were just planning the barbecue and everything, and then obviously he had this planned out all along. So the whole barbecue was a lie. So he just made it seem like his friends just called and they're planning some road trip out of town and he's just gonna go for a day or two. What are you talking about? Why you gotta sleep out? I don't understand. So we just started arguing.
And that was about an hour before you got your gun?
Well, that's when he mentioned the trip that he's gonna go. So we just started arguing from then, but it didn't get heated until like an hour later when I realized he was serious. I thought he just But he was serious. He was good.
So were you in his room when you found out he was serious? When you realized it anyway?
The whole conversation was in his room. We were in the kitchen, in my room, in his room.
But once you realized he was serious,
We were in his room.
and that's when you walked out and went to your bedroom and got the gun? So tell me what happens when you walk back in.
Nothing.
Well,
I just pulled the trigger.
What you're hearing sounds simple. A wife fed up with her husband's lies. But when Denise begins to cry, it signals that the questioning has reached something she's been keeping contained.
how many times?
I don't know. Felt like a lot.
More than 2?
Yes.
When the cops showed up and started giving you commands, they heard one more pop, one more loud bang. What was that? Denise, I know what it is. I just need you to get it off your chest. Look at me. Don't let it eat you up. Get it off your chest. You'll sleep better. You'll live better. Talk to me. Look at me. Denise. Hey. Look at me. I'm right here. Hey. Tell me.
You shouldn't have lied. You should just let us divorce.
But why the last shot? Did he say something to you that really pissed you off at the last time? Where'd you shoot him? It's okay, you can tell us. Where'd you shoot? Was it in the back of the head? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I guess so.
Well, you were there, I wasn't.
Doesn't matter. I did it.
As I said in the beginning, I know. I want the specifics. I don't want anything, because your kids were trying to kind of stick up for you and not say stuff to us. But the good kids, I get it, but I don't want them to get wrangled into this. I'd rather hear every specific from you.
They were in there. They're in the living room.
I get you. Look at me. I got that one question I need answered. I need you to answer that one question. When the police are there and your son's left,
I was supposed to shot myself.
that was your plan?
I was supposed to shoot myself.
But what'd you do instead?
I heard him yelling. I just froze.
That pissed you off again?
I was pissed off.
So that last shot was supposed to be for you, but you pointed it at him instead because he was yelling? Tell me. You tell me in your own words. Don't let me guess at this. I don't want to guess. It's okay. We're almost done. Let's just get this out and over with. Hang in there, okay? Couple more minutes. Was he on the ground when you shot him the last time?
Yeah, he was on the ground.
Was he on his stomach or on his back?
He was on his back.
Denise says Rohan was on his back, yet the injury points to a shot to the back of the head. That kind of mismatch isn't about memory slipping. It's about how events are being processed versus how they physically unfolded. From here on, those small inconsistencies start carrying real weight because they speak to positioning, timing, and intent rather than emotion. With no answers coming, detectives shift their approach and focus on the plan she had mentioned earlier, to end her own life.
Denise, tell me this. You clearly wanted to kill yourself at the end of this. What happened?
I don't know.
Talk to me.
I don't know. That was the plan. That was the plan.
But why didn't you do it? There's a reason why.
I don't know. I just froze.
You said you heard him yelling.
I heard him yelling. I heard him yelling and I just started doing what they said.
What who said?
The cops were saying.
Cops weren't there.
Oh, it wasn't the cops?
No, I mean, they weren't there when that happened. They were outside, but they weren't in their room.
No, I wasn't saying they were in the room.
So I need to hear from you, not them. They didn't see it. I just want the truth, the whole truth. Nothing but the truth, as we say. I don't want to guess. I don't want to write something down that might not be true. I don't want to say, well, she just did this instead of this. I'd rather just tell the story as it is and be done. You let me do that, please?
Yeah, the story.
Up until that point, just that last part is all I need.
Doesn't matter.
It does to me.
I did it. So it doesn't matter.
I know you did, hon. I know. And I know you're distraught about it. But I just want to know, was he on his stomach when you shot him, or was he on his back?
He was on his back.
How did he get it in the back of his head?
No, he was on his back.
Okay. Did you shoot him the last time he was on his back? You shot him in the face?
Denise's story isn't gelling with the physical evidence, especially about position and trajectory. What you're seeing here is an emotional collapse colliding with questions she can't reconcile in real time. Up to this point, Denise has stayed vague. But now detectives narrow in on the exact moment everything shifted, not just what she did, but why she did it instead of turning the gun on herself. And once that door opens, the conversation stops being about the shooting alone and starts exposing what had been quietly brewing inside that marriage.
Is that what happened? He must have said something to you to stop you from killing yourself, which really upset you, even more than you were already upset, but it stopped you. Look at me. It stopped you from killing yourself, and it pushed you to shoot him again. What did he say to you? It does matter. Every little bit matters.
I did it. It's okay. I did it.
I understand, but it does matter, honey. It does matter.
I did it. And they didn't say anything.
How do I know that if you don't tell me everything? Because if I know this
much, the noise. They didn't say anything.
But if they were in the living room, the living room's right there.
But they didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Can you answer this for me, Denise? Were you outside the room or inside the room when you shot him?
Just into the door. Right up the door.
And did you ever go into the room?
Went in and closed the door behind me.
Okay. So understand that there's shell casings on the outside of the bedroom, and then there's shell casings on the inside.
Yeah, because I was at the doorway and I stepped in and closed the door.
Okay. So how close were you when you shot him the last time?
Same distance, I guess, where you are, from where I am.
Okay. Did you shoot him in the head?
I guess.
It's not a guess. You would know.
I guess so.
It's either yes or no, Denise. Did you stand over him and shoot him in the head? It's not going to change anything.
I didn't stand over. It was where you are.
And you're aiming towards his head?
I guess so.
Sweetie, it's not going to change anything. I just want you to understand that.
But if it doesn't change anything, then why you keep going?
Because I want to hear the truth, and I want to hear it come out of your
I
mouth.
already know the truth.
Okay.
I already know.
Did he hit you at all?
No, not till I know.
What about in the past?
He's not an abusive person, and he hit and it's not like a beat up or anything. It would be more like a toss up or something, but he has never like caught me and hit me and beat me up or anything like that. No.
What about tonight?
No, we're just arguing.
Okay.
He didn't put his hands on.
Okay.
This is the first time Denise clearly says she did it out loud. She also finally opens up about the state of her marriage, but notice how carefully she limits it. Detectives aren't challenging her feelings here. They're checking whether her version of the relationship matches the actions she's already admitted to.
Were you angry? Which is why you went to go get your gun? Describe me what your emotions are.
Betrayed.
And I think you have every right to feel that way. I would be betrayed too. Did you feel better after you shot him? No? Did you feel somewhat relieved? 'Cause this is a man that you have children with, correct? And this is a man that I know you love, because as much as you want to, and like I always tell people, when you have kids with someone, whether you want to love them or not, you can't help it, because he gave you two handsome boys.
He did.
He truly did.
He did.
How do you feel right now?
I'm worried for my sons.
In what way?
They should have been there. I wish they weren't there.
I know. Where's the gun at? Where'd you put the gun?
I think when they told me to come hold my hands up, I think I put it on the desk in the room.
Okay.
I think so.
And you came out and you were apprehended by the police?
Yeah.
Okay. And where were your boys at that point?
I don't know, because I locked the door behind me. When I was in the room, the door was locked, so I'd only be guessing where they were.
Okay.
When Denise finally names the emotion, she says betrayed, not angry, not out of control. That shows this wasn't an impulsive reaction, but something very personal to her. Meanwhile, the deeper source of that betrayal is still being held back. But as you're about to hear, once detectives keep pulling on that word, the reason behind that betrayal finally comes into the open.
Was there anyone else in the house other than the four of you? And you lived there with your two sons and your husband, correct?
Yeah.
Does your husband ever leave and stay long periods of time, or go out for 2 days or 3 days and then come back home?
No, he'll stay all day sometimes. Pretend he has to go to work and fix something at work, or his friends call him to do something.
What does he do for work?
IT.
And where do you think he is when he's out, when he's supposed to be working?
It's another woman.
This is the shift detectives were waiting for. From here on out, everything would just spill out.
Do you have any confirmation that that's true, or?
I found out about someone, which is why we were in separate rooms. I'd asked him to leave out. I'd taken his stuff out of the room because that was an office.
And that happened 2 years ago?
A year and a half ago.
And how did you find out about this woman?
Similar to what he's doing, he gotta go help this person do something, he gotta go help that person do something, and
did you confront this woman, or did she call you, or?
I didn't call her because he said she was just a friend and I was overreacting.
And how did that conversation go?
The first time I called, she didn't say anything. And we spoke another couple months later, and I'm like, I know something is going on. And she said, yeah. And he still denied it, even though she said yes. He still denied it.
And that's the only woman that you know about, or is there any?
That's the only one I know.
So tonight, did you mention anything about infidelity tonight during your argument?
Yes.
And what did he say?
He said he was just going to go hang out with his friends.
And did you believe that? What did you say to him?
He was lying.
And what did he say to you?
Just a true story.
He didn't say that did he tell you these friends he was going to go hang out with?
Huh?
Did he tell you the friends that he was going with? Or?
He did. His friend had a birthday dinner recently. We were all supposed to go, but I didn't go. I didn't feel well. I let him and the boys go. That was Sunday.
Notice how she recounts denials, excuses, and being told she was overreacting. By this point, it's clear that she got fed up by her husband's cheating, which is what seems to be the main motive. That's why detectives stay here a little longer, not to uncover something new, but to understand how long this had been weighing on her.
So he was claiming it's the same friend still celebrating his birthday and was going to go to Port St. Lucie.
Do you still think the same girl is around? Or do you think it's someone new?
I think it's her.
Have you ever met her in person?
No.
Just talked to her on the phone? And does he have, I call it a throwdown phone. Does he have a throwdown phone?
He has his personal phone and his work phone.
And do you believe that he's using his personal phone or his work phone to meet up with this girl?
His personal phone.
And when you confronted him tonight again about infidelity, what did he deny it?
He did.
But you didn't believe him?
No.
And then you felt betrayed?
I did.
Because he pretty much told you a story again, another story.
How are you just gonna know? Why plan the cookout? Why plan all these things and then come an hour later to tell me your friend is going to Port St. Lucie? That was planned. That didn't just pop up out of nowhere. You had it all planned. So you had no plans of doing any cookout or barbecue. It was all a lie.
Yeah. Do you feel stupid?
I did.
And you're a little bit upset at him? Because you felt...
I keep believing every time he comes with this crap.
Yeah. He's telling you a dream, or trying to sell you a dream, and you're unfortunately falling back into the trap.
At this point, Denise's motive is largely established. From here on, the detective's focus narrows to one thing, the mechanics of the shooting, because that's what determines whether this crosses into premeditation.
And what's your husband's name?
Rohan. Call him Ronnie.
Ronnie? Did Ronnie know you had a gun?
He believed me. I didn't show it to him.
So when you walked out of the room the first time and went into your room to get your gun, did you tell him you were going to go get it?
No.
And then when you appeared with it, did you say anything to him?
I just told him I'd had enough. I said enough.
You've had enough. And you're tired. Did he have enough time to say anything to you before you started firing rounds?
He had his phone. I think he just called my name.
And at this point, where were the boys?
Nothing. I was watching TV. Was sitting maybe in his room.
So when you started firing rounds from in the doorway area, right?
I think they were frozen because I looked around and they were just staring. And I told them not to come any closer.
I thought the door was shut. Did I get that wrong?
No,
No. I just shut it I was at the doorway. When I saw that they were in the living room, I went in and closed the door behind me.
So when you shot him when you were in the doorway, did he fall on the ground?
He didn't fall, it was more like trying to get away, but not a fall.
And then once you closed the door, what happened? Did he say anything to you at that point?
Yeah, he was talking to me.
Because now you're mad.
Just because I was being away.
And once the door shut, how many rounds do you think you fired then?
I wasn't find any more. I wasn't going to find any more except from me. But
This is where detectives start locking in intent. Denise didn't warn him, didn't show the gun, and didn't give him time to react. Once it appeared, things moved straight to the killing. The questions here aren't about how she felt, they're about order and timing.
I only fired one more after the door was closed.
And when you fired that round, did he say anything else? Is that a no?
No, I don't remember.
So you're shaking your head no, but then you're telling me you don't remember.
I want to say something that he had said earlier that he said at the end, but maybe it wasn't at the end, maybe it was earlier.
Let me ask you this, Denise. Did you want Ronnie dead? No? Did you want to scare him?
Even I shot him?
Yeah.
Oh. And I went for the gun, yes, I wanted him dead. So I killed him and I killed myself. So yes, when I went for the gun, I was going to kill him.
So when you went in the room and closed the door, he was still alive, correct? Because was he still talking when you closed the door?
Yes.
And then when when you fired a round again, he stopped.
Denise's answers make one thing clear. Even though she says she didn't want him dead, her own account shows intent had already formed. And that distinction is what separates a homicide driven by impulse from one the court could see as planned and premeditated. But even with a gunshot to the head and the potential for first-degree murder, the court may see things differently. After the interrogation, Denise Malcolm was formally arrested and charged in the death of her husband, Rohan Malcolm. By the time the interrogation ended, detectives had already locked in 3 critical facts. She retrieved the gun without warning, fired while Rohan was still moving, and fired again after isolating herself with him behind a closed door. Those are not the actions of someone reacting blindly in a single moment, as prosecutors would later frame it. In court, the state does not argue that Denise was angry or vengeful. They argue something much simpler and much harder to escape. She had time, opportunity, and awareness, and still chose to pull the trigger again. Those facts raise the possibility of first-degree murder, but first-degree requires proof that the decision to kill was made before the act, and that was not something the evidence could clearly show. So, in June 2025, Denise Nicole Malcolm, 46, later entered a guilty or no contest plea to second-degree murder with a firearm in the death of her husband. Not long after, she was sentenced to 21 years in Florida State Prison with 285 days credited for time already served in pre-trial detention. The court also ordered her to pay $23,500 in restitution to the state's Crimes Compensation Trust Fund, with additional restitution for her children's guardian still to be determined. In the end, the prosecution did not rely on a dramatic confession. They relied on Denise's own account, the order of events she described, and the choices she admitted to making. Now, what do you think about the crime Denise committed and the reasoning she gave for it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here.